This short video, I want to talk about the importance of Africa and Africans to the world. Angithi siyazi sonke ukuthi impilo icale la ekhaya eAfrika. Kahle kahle akunampilo anywhere else other than here. And for some reasons, it's crazy how the people that seems to be clever in their heads, they don't know that. You see, they don't keep in recognition of that, or they don't remember that because they act very clever. They act very clever, even more clever than the creator. The creator of the universe. They clever than the creator of the universe. That's how they are. That's how they act. I'm talking about those that act that way. So, important to understand for those that do not understand the source of this that we understand as life. Those that do not understand the source and do not know where the source is and what keeps all of this happening the way that is happening, that you refer to as life, that they do not know, they must be able to then ask those that can be able to help them about it. But you see, now we're living in a very crazy world right now, okay? Because I can tell you, people, that I can tell you, my brothers and my sisters, and my elders, and the youth, the young people, that if we are not going to be able to restore the rightful position of the African, all of this is not going to happen. All of this is not going to happen. I mean, here's a situation, first of all, and I think we need to pass this situation first, where we clarify things, okay? You see, today is the 24th today is 2024. Okay? It's 2024. But you still have got people who are still going to call Jesus for their life. They say they want Jesus to come for their life. That they go around, they worshiping Jesus, they worshiping all of these white people there. That they come up with stories, some fabricated stories about how the world created, how the religion happened, and all these sorts of things, that they come around and they teach our young children, and our young children now, they're full of very funny stories in their heads. Very funny stories of the Western, of the East, the Europeans, essentially. Those people that they call themselves, you know, this world is full of very interesting things. You understand? If you are to really come to think of it, that is it possible that people, it can be lied to for hundreds and thousands of years? People been told lies, and people, they live with those lies, and those lies, they really form a true part of their reality, of their life. People, they live every day, and it's not a joke. People live every day, and they truly think that there's some God Jesus somewhere else that is for their lives, that is going to protect to them, give them something that they want, whatever the case may be. They worship whatever it is that you do for that. But even today in 2024, we still have got that. We still have got that. We still have got a bunch of people, lots of people that are stocking up on the Bibles, that they're buying Bibles. They still, even today as I'm speaking to you, there's probably some other guy somewhere who's busy telling people about the Bible and the Jesus and all those sorts of things. And I bet that person is African and telling another Africans about such type of stuff. And he's hoping that he's right. In his mind, he's okay. And the pastors, about Ruti, ba pastor le bo bishop le bo mangmang le ba khotsi ba bona ba bolela dilo tse ba sa tsebe o ka mara tlhaloganyo le ka mara molomo wa bona. Because you see, the power that comes with I do not know, this is what you need to do. You do not know. And what's the problem with not knowing? What's the problem? Isn't it you can just, I do not know, and that's fine. Nobody's gonna chase you around or kill you or chase you around. No, nothing is gonna happen to you if you say I do not know. Because then if you do not know, that's when you are able to open up the space to be able to know. But how are you gonna be able to know when you already think you know? You are even capable of going to tell other people stuff that you know nothing about. You also been told about that, but you go around, you tell people about it, and you have been told to believe one, two, three, believe one. Because what the reason I'm saying this is because all the problems that African people have got, they come from religion of white people. Unfortunately, this is the truth. All the problems, the confusion that African people have got, clearly they come from white people religions, Christianity religions, and they're Muslim, the Hindus, all of the other people that come around that grab some pieces of information from the Sumerians, and they started to make a few pieces of information and they give it the people, they then lie to the people, and now the people find themselves in a confused situation. And I don't understand if it's this nice or not, because the world is rot right now. I'm not sure if those that perpetuate the lies and the propaganda about the all sorts of things that they claim they know, I'm not sure if are they happy when the world is going the way that it's going. Are they happy to see what is going on right now? Are they happy with what humanity has become? Are they happy? Are they excited that, oh, this is so good, this is exactly what we wanted humanity to become? And is it entertainment? Are they entertained about it? I don't know. I don't know what is it that entertained them about how the world is becoming. Other people, maybe they say, oh well, it makes them money. And of course, if you've got something that keeps on making money for you, you're not gonna stop doing it. It doesn't matter what it is. Because let me tell you the truth. The religion is making money with the people that believe in the things that they tell them to believe in. Isn't how many times must you be able to see that the people are in business of selling God, selling this, selling Jesus, blah 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 blah. Baruti ba bishop le mang mang le ba khotsi ba bona ba leng busy ka chelete ba they're very serious, these people. They're very serious, and for the longest time they've been. You see, now why I'm saying this is because I want to make all Africans to understand, and I'm talking to young Africans here, okay? I'm saying you need to understand where your problems and the challenges that you've got for your community, where they emanate. Because let me tell you something, a true description of the word fool is somebody that do not know that there is tomorrow, or somebody that is ignorant to the fact that tomorrow is there. You see, it does not matter if you are going to be alive or not tomorrow, but somebody else will be. Clearly, they will be tomorrow. Now, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying you need to think about the future. Think about tomorrow. For hundreds and thousands of years, we knew that there's tomorrow. But we never pay attention to what is it we need to do in order to make sure that tomorrow is livable, is bearable, that tomorrow flourishes, tomorrow is good. We never done most of that. What we do, most of us, we enjoy today. And you see today there's like this new age, blah, blah, also part of these things that they tell people around about how they need to believe in this, believe in that. And they tell people to live only for today, they say. Live only for today. They say life is short, blah, blah, blah. You must live only for today. That's a lie. Okay? Tomorrow is there. And you must pay attention for tomorrow. Something you do today, you decide about it today. You must be able to understand that tomorrow will be there. And tomorrow will bear in mind, will keep a record of yesterday. Because I'm not sure exactly if the people can see what the world has become, and more particularly what Africans have become and what we are becoming. And I'm saying to all of the young people, African people, they need to rise up And if young people, African people, they're not going to rise up, there will never be a time where they're going to rise up. There's never going to be another time. This is the time where young people, African people, they need to rise up. They need to remind those that make themselves feel like they forgot where life comes from, where the source comes from, that they don't know nothing, they destroy the source. I don't understand where are they going to live if they're destroying where they're living. Are they destroying the source? Now, they don't, where are they going to live, I'm saying. Now, I'm saying that young people, African people, they need to rise up now and they need to restore the place where Africa is supposed to be. I'm not talking about money, economy. I'm not talking about economy right now. I'm not talking about making a lot of money and build big corporations. I think making money and building big corporations is very easy. It's one of those simple things to do. And people, they make it a big deal. They make it a big deal. Like, life is all about having a good economy, having some food and having all of this big corporations, and you call yourself a third world. You call yourself a third world. You've been calling yourself third world for too long. Is it not developing into fourth world? Probably must be having a fourth world now. It's important to understand what Africa represents to this planet, this little mud that we've got, that we find ourselves in here. What it represents. People that do not know the history of how the humanity has begun and how humanity, in the beginning, how humanity have become to be where it is right now. The people that they do not know, they think that there've been some magic and let there be light, and then some God makes people and pop them, people pop the other one from the rib, and you know the story, right? You know the story where they tell you how you come, where you come from, how you were made. They say there was some magic. And I don't know. They don't even tell that the people were made here in Africa. Probably, I don't know where inside that Bible where you read it, they say the Adam, where did they make it? They make it in Europe, in Israel. That's where they made him. Yeah, they made Adam in Europe. You see, lack of the right information in as far as knowledge of ourselves is the danger where everything else emanates. And that's where most of the problems begin. Not knowing who we are. Not knowing who you are yourself as an individual person. And not knowing who you are as a group of people, as a collective. Because after all, this that we refer to as world, it's not one individual person. It's a combination of individual people with their collective consciousness and their collective minds. There's a new book that I have published. Okay? It's something that I would have spoken about or I would have written about in many places, but I've brought it back so it can be able to be useful again. All right, it's called Meditative Mind. If you could check, you will find the book. Go around, maybe click on the link, you go, you check it. I urge you to buy it and read a few things inside of it. They might be useful for you, and they might be useful for your children and the future. Because remember that tomorrow is there. Even if in our action we don't necessarily act as if tomorrow is there. Even though on our phones we put the alarm so it can wake us up tomorrow. but we don't act as if tomorrow is there. By preserving the things that are important and the things that define this that we understand as life. Maybe does not define, but at least become pieces of this that forms the meaning to it. Because, you see, the thing is with Africans, if we keep in this trajectory that we're keeping on right now, we keep going in the way that we are going right now, it's going to be dangerous, because the only person that's going to be left to tell people, to speak to the entities of the source is going to be white people. And white people, in the previous thousands of years, there's never been one instance where a white person can be trusted in terms of about handling the things about life on this planet. I am not talking this for racism and be racist about it. And when I say white people, I'm not talking about every white person, because I want you to understand a white people, what we refer to as white people. It's no longer about the people exactly. White people is a mindset, is a behavior, is attitude. White people, okay, is an attitude of arrogant, insolence. Ukudelela kahle kahle. White people is like attitude ukudelela izinto, ukudelela abantu, ukudelela umhlaba, ukudelela impilo. That's what we refer to as why I say white people. We don't refer to the individual people. We love them, individual white people. When we meet them every day, we greet each other. We are happy. We are okay. Most of the time we greet them and we smile because we're hoping that they can give us some food. At the end of the day, somehow they can give me something. Maybe give me a job, give me some food, give me some shelter. I don't know, but we suck up to white people because they probably have got the food and we don't have the food. Yes. We're not very much pleased with how white people are handling the things that are handling in the world, and we're not pleased with how white people have handled the things that are handled in Africa, and the interference in how the things, what we do here. It's not political. This is according to those that represent the people to the source of life, because those that do not know the source of life and do not have any representation to the source of life, they don't even believe there's a source of life. I don't understand, where do they think they popped from? They popped from, they made him in the garden. They say the guy made him in the garden, blah 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 blah, all sorts of stories, confusing the people, and the people, they end up not having an identity, not knowing themselves, because them, they think they made them, they baba kande gardening somewhere, magic or something a couple of thousands years ago, while we've been here for millions of years. But history is like just a few thousand years. Then they tell you, then you forget your history, you forget everything else about yourself. Now you're taking all of these mumbo jumbo stories about humanity, about people, and now you're moving around. You're even teaching your children about that. You're teaching your community. Wena so umfundisi, wena so upastor, umfundisi, obo bishop, nalaba abanye abantu bakhona ni busy mfundisa abantu into engekho nje. Because you are deluded, you are lost in your head, you are taking all of this thing that is spinning your head, you are giving it to other people. This is very dangerous, because now you need to understand that maybe it would be good if you can keep your nonsense to yourself. Because quite frankly, right now is enough. People are enough with this, and we don't want this anymore. Okay, I think we are okay. We are okay. We are pretty much okay. We understand how we can make this life work, and we do not need somebody else to come up with mumbo jumbo stories about telling us about this and this, and basically confusing our children. Now everybody else is out there super confused. They make this political now. This is not political. This is not political. This is about the source of life. This is about the source of life, the sustenance of life. If you understand the history, what we mean when we say the source and the sustenance of life, and we talk about Africa, what we mean. Because all of those people up there, they don't know anything. They just live. It's just nice. They eat nice food. They're very good in cooking nice food. They enjoy food. They enjoy nice things. They have got no idea what is it to be connected with the source. What is it to know what the source is. You see, as long as they write lots of stuff inside the books and they give to our children to read all of those stuff in the book, don't know what is it that they're reading in the children in the book. Because we give birth to our children and we take our children and give them to the white people to teach them about life. And obviously white people, they're going to teach them about all sorts of things. They teach them about Jesus Christ. They tell them about Jesus. And they tell them about Moses taking people from Egypt, running with them, running with people. There's never such thing ever happened. There's no such thing that ever happened. Now, people believe that stuff. You know, the reason I'm bringing this up is because it is very sad that people believe the stuff and people live with the stuff. And people engineer their lives based on this stuff that the Bible they telling them. They believe it. People, they live like that. Do you see now what we have become? We have become, what kind of people have we become? Because we completely do not know ourselves. And we do not know the truth. And we do not even have an idea of how we trace back the truth. Now we tend to become the type of people that we are. Because now we're living in the body only. No more soul. No more. You do not have, you completely disconnected with yourself. Because now you have got the body only you have. Now you have to give the body the food. You have to go toil and work very hard in order to earn money so you can buy food and feed the body. Yeah. Basithole kahle labantu laba. Basithole kahle. Yes. Basithole kahle because we have to feed the body with food. Damn it. That's crazy. I am urging all young people, African people, to start asking themselves relevant questions. I understand that it's very nice to ignore some of these things that are important because you want to maybe take some time and take some beer and get drunk and enjoy your life with your friends and all these sort of things and be ignorant about it, like politicians and their friends and many other people that they don't regard the respect for this creation. And it's all about the money that they've got, and it's all about the bodies that they've got, nice cars, nice shoes, nice stuff that they've got. It's okay to have that stuff, we're just assuming that maybe at some point you would understand how less important those things are. And what's important is to understand what's the whole point and where is the source, what's the source, what is the whole point of doing this that we are doing. What was the point? Where are we going? Angithi ngale eBhayibhelini bantshela ukuthi when you die you're going to some hell. Vutha umlilo somewhere. You're going to find this other big man or Satan is going to fry you and eat you. And you see the nonsense that you used to be taught when you're still young. It's crazy. But we still have got old people that still believe in that stuff. I'm saying. Huh? We still have got old people. Abantu abadala. Ngeke ukhulume ngeke batshele baqinile ikhanda liqinile abasafuni ukuzwa next umuntu okhuluma nawe hey watch out they don't want to hear that because now they are super indoctrinated and basaba nabelungu. One of the thing that we need to understand is to stop ukusaba belungu. Yeah, ngeke ukusaba belungu. Hey abantu bakithi babasaba belungu bachabiwa mahowa. Ubone ma politician ale a ANC le bo mangmang le bagotsi ba bona batho ba la ba tshaba magowa yo ba tshaba magowa ba le gowa le batamela bo motho wa thothomela le gowa ke le anything else that le gowa speak you say yes to it, you just take it as it is. Le gowa tsapa magowa awa bana. In the past thousands of years, I can trace to at least let's just trace it back to the time when we maybe let's say a couple of hundreds after we have started life in Europe. And by the way, life was started by Africans in Europe. Yes, everywhere else in the European area, from the Far East all the way to the Middle East, Europe, going towards the Western Europe and the southern side of the Europe and anywhere else. In fact, anywhere else that's a continent outside of Africa, anywhere else is Africans that started life there. If you must know your history very well. Because we have got some disconnection in as far as some of the information with regards to the South Americans. There's one point that some other information is missing in as far as the South Americans is concerned, because it appears that there was some form of life at the time when there's life in Africa early on. There's appears that there's been some form of life that was going on in the South Americas, but maybe something hasn't been documented well, or that information is missing somehow. We don't know. They say the Neanderthals, something called the Neanderthals. It's them that were living the side, or maybe they already damage the information, destroy the information, or something like that. But that's topic for some other day. I think the most important thing right now is to understand how important it is to have African young people to start to pay attention. To pay attention to the things that are important, and to start to understand that there is tomorrow. And that makes you a little bit wiser if you understand there is tomorrow. Because understanding there is tomorrow gives you some sense of responsibility. Unlike being ignorant about tomorrow, because then you fit the description, you become a good fit to the description of a fool. If you ignore or you do not know that there is tomorrow. Young Africans, they need to start to open their eyes and to stop being a slaves, because now you need to understand something. What religion did, more particularly Christian religion, what it did to the Africans is to create them to become slaves so that they can work for the people who are the custodians of the religion. This is clear. I don't understand if somebody cannot see this. Have you been in a situation where something is so clear but you don't understand? What's the difficulty in seeing exactly this thing, what it is? Now, if we continue this trajectory, we are only going to have ourselves to blame, because we can see clearly what this is. And we've got some solutions to this. And I don't understand, why are we not slowing down on this thing? It's too much now. It's crazy. It's gotten out of hand. It becomes a trouble whenever now it messes around with the whole entire system of the economy, personal economy, and everything else. I can tell you right now, go check the report, the index report, and go check who are the people who are poor and who are the people who are. It's insane. Go check right now as we speak. We are going to have, for example, let's talk about what is going on right now in South Africa. We are going to have some form of white people that used to be somewhat apartheid administrations are going to become government right now. In 2024, we're going to have people that used to rule in the government of apartheid, they coming to rule again. How? What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's going on? Huh? You see, because there must be understanding about what is it that we are doing and what is it that we seek to achieve here in this country, and specifically South Africa. What is it that we want to achieve, and what is the mandate of South Africa to the world? Because South Africa has got a mandate to the world. Yes, we do. And you understand the mandate has been represented pretty well. Because, again, you need to understand where the source is. Where the source is. Isn't it you're not making yourself alive? I just want to ask this question. Isn't it you're not making yourself alive? You're not the one that keeps yourself alive and all that sort of thing. You wake up in the morning and you keep yourself alive. You're not the one who brought yourself here either. Huh? Now, if you understand that whenever you take some fruit, you put in your mouth, you eat, it goes inside your stomach. After a couple of times, there's no more apple that you've put in your mouth. There's something else that has transformed itself into life on your body. And you think all of that, you're doing that yourself. You're doing all of that. You're not doing all of that. In the things that us as human beings we are control of, the things that we are in control of in our lives, they're probably about maybe 3 or 5%, less than 10%. The things that we are consciously doing them, that we are conscious about, we're alive. Because the entire body itself, it operates unconsciously. The entire body operates unconsciously. The entire body. I'm not talking about your subconscious mind. I'm talking about just the body itself. The body carries more subconscious and subconscious memory than the brain could ever do. So now it's important to understand that the importance of the source is not only that we're going to worship the source, so we're going to have like a picnic or some party or something like that, is because the source is the one that is holding this together in the first place. And if you do not ask yourself, how do you relate with the source, and how does the source relate with the collective conscious, we refer to that as ignorant. But right now it's not fashionable to be ignorant. To be ignorant used to be fashionable. Right now it's no longer fashionable, okay? So right now is to understand that where do you exactly fall? Which side are you in? Because the place for Africa needs to be restored. And the place for Africa to be restored is in the good interest of saving even the world itself, because none of these people, they know what they're doing. They don't even know exactly where they're going with, what they're doing with this. They don't know. But they act like they're too smart. They write many books, they write all sorts of things. They say many things. Oh my goodness. As if they know what they're talking about. And that's a very sad thing. It's very sad because millions and billions of people are deluded and they've been lied to. They've been made to become slaves, and they work and they produce a lot of money, and the money they produce and the whole wealth that they produce, and when they work, they give it to the white people, particularly the European white people. That's what they give to them. The people that themselves, they say they are the family of God. When I was young, when I was about maybe 10 years or around 10 years, 11 years, I came across the information that the Israelis, they say they're the family of God. That them, like, I don't know, malume wabo or something like that. And they come up with the entire theory too, that the entire family, that God. So basically it's like this world is theirs and God is their guy, is their uncle or something. And Jesus is the Son of God, also is their family, is part of them. It's like Jesus. Okay, so to the Israelites, and all of the other people, all of the whole entire life here, the character ke batho ba gabo bona, batho bale ke batho ba gabo bona. It's gonna be important to have these conversations, because there's no way we can run away from these conversations. And labantu laba badle kakhulu, they are constipated right now. They're constipated. They don't even know what they did. They cannot finish what they started. And again, you need to understand that if we're supposed to be the restorers, and we're supposed to do our job, and we're supposed to do what we're supposed to do, and you're not gonna be, okay, no, there's somebody that keep on destroying, then you're not going to build, and you're not going to construct. We are going to construct, and we'll never stop constructing. We're not going to stop building just because somebody else is committed to bring destruction and build destroying the people and destroy the humanity, because them, they want to have money. Them, they want to have a lot of money in their pockets and too much food, while other people have got no food. They're starving. But them, they want to have a lot of food alone, the white people. That's not the way in which the source work. The source don't work that way. The source don't work in a way that some other people have got a lot of food and other people don't have food. The source, that's not how the source work. Now, if you trust people who operate like that, they're going to destroy. They're going to bring problems, because these are the people that cannot make people live together. They cannot be able to people that they can be able to have to sustain life. What is the problem with making African people be self-determined? What's the problem? What's the problem that we need to be self-determined, we need to be governed? Ona lo teleja batho bala ba ba goa ba bolela ba DA le bo Steenhuisen ba bolela mol eno le butcher motho ana motho mo romo ra tlo monitora eng botsebotse ba bolela ka re ba ba romo re ba tlo monitora gore rena re phela jwa re dira eng. It's as if we cannot be able to run life without them. Have you heard them when they speak? It's insane. It's insane. They feel so very much entitled of being monitors, of monitoring some things about our lives. I don't understand who. How the hell did they think something like that? Why did they do that? I don't know. If I could tell you interview between Helen Zille le Mashabela Studio, the presenter Mashabela Studio. Is it Mashabela? Yes. Okay. So I come across that interview when they speak there. Now, Moreno lo butlisha mkhekulu ela botsore, hey, what's going to happen with the issue of the land? What are you going to do? What, because you're going to be in coalition with the government, the previous government, blah blah blah. So what's going to happen now? What's the issue about the land? Are you going to be able to give people their land back or distribute the land equally to people they can share it? Eh, msadola ori. A gona naga e ba ihwetša go batho ba. Aba hotse naga. She answered directly, no, batho ba hotse naga because about 7 naga. Ora re gone o shumisha naga. Hey, you see, now, first of all, you know, exact words. Trust me, I'm not fabricating this. You need to go check the interview. It blew my mind away, okay? Because now she was saying some things like, before we can even speak about giving people land, we must ask them what are they doing with the land that they have somewhere go KwaZulu-Natal. And what do they have with some other land? What do we do with land? Because most of the land is owned by white people. And again, what gives her that even right to even ask us what are we doing with our land? It's not for her to ask about what are we doing with our land. It's because because naga is supposed to be there as part of the planet. Guys, do you understand what naga is the planet? Now, white people, they act like when they say they own the land, do you understand that they're trying to say that they own the planet? Eh? And now they're asking you, what are you going to do with the land? What do you mean? Because the land is supposed to be there as a sustenance of the source of life. And now, whenever we speak about the land, it's as if it's Funuenza Maponju, you see, and want to cultivate some cabbage all the time. It's not all the time that we need the land in order to plant some cabbage. It's not all the time that we want to plant cabbage. The land must just be there and be vegetation, but just have trees there. What's the problem with just having land, having trees that are there? Because that's what the land is supposed to be. Unlike having the land there, you want to use the land all the time. You want to use the land. We destroy the trees all the time. You destroy the animals that live in the land. Because ufuna isebenzisa wena yonke into ufuna isebenzisa magoa ashumisha ntonga le ngabakopana le solo. They ask themselves, how can I use this? How can I mess around with this? How can I twist it around and do something about it? Why do you twist things around? You don't even know the things you're twisting around, but you want to twist things around, twisting this, twisting that. Why are you twisting them? You don't even know this. You go listen to that interview, broke my mind. And then later on, if you get Telejay Western Hazen, one of these other white people, about South Africa, Baba Media was 702. Baba Mrasejo Rana Metric. Now, we're going to be seeing these people on our TV screen and our news every day. We're going to be seeing what Steenhuisen every day. Babulela mola babulela ka naga ba re botsa rena re tseve naga ba ile re botsa ilo tša mohuto o tlo ba re lebelana le bona mo TV every day. Kamako a re sa hlokomele dilo re tlo fele ja rena le bo Steenhuisen ba mo re ba lebeletse every day ba rana maphelo a rena ba rana country ba rana maphelo a rena ba by far a certain perspective mo baneng ba rena in the future of our country and the future of our people. Ape yela re bona mo TV magwa mo ditabeng ke bona no ba ma Stan Hazen ma a re tlo bona batho ba everyday magwa a bolela ka naga morena o lo Stan Hazen go and check the video. It's going around. I think it was with SABC News somewhere. He say exactly without any shame, any fear at all. You know what he say? He say, we try to work with the ANC so hard so that we can be able to make sure that the radicals are not able to work together, or so that we will hate a situation where we have ANC and the radicals working together, because these other ones are too radical. They must not work together with them. This one's a radical, so we don't want the radicals to work with them. I mean, this guy is so comfortable to even say such type of things. He's so comfortable to say even something like that. You know, so clearly he recognizes that these guys are radical, but he's not concerned about what is it that they're radical about and what is the message and what is it that they want. What is it that they want? He doesn't want to listen to what is it that the people they want. This is going to become a problem, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to become a problem. I do not like this. I do not like this politics. I don't like politics. I used to practice as a media official, and I left there because I was supposed to deal with politics and politicians. Let me tell you, so one day there was a politician that broke my heart. When I describe this, I say he broke my heart. This politician is there in a place called Jimiston in the East Joburg. This gentleman, he was a politician and a representative, like a local representative or councillor, mayor type of stuff. And at the time, I was investigative journalist. I was working as a media officer. I was working as a investigating journalism. I investigate news and stuff like that. I publish. I'm no longer working there right now. So in case you think I've got your secrets, I don't have. I don't have any secrets of anybody. This gentleman, I go there, I show him, I pull out some evidence that he has had some money that was not due to him, that it ended up in his account, and he ended up buying stuff for his personal gain and stuff like that. And I show him, I say, hey, my man, look, this is what I found. And, you know, this money was supposed to build those toilets for those children and to build the water pipes, the children. Because when I go there, when I went there, the other time when I was still investigating the story, I find little children, okay? Young children, they drink the water with the dogs and with the animals. Across the street there's like a water that's flowing, and the kids just go there and they just drink that water, that dirty water that everybody walk on. The dogs, they drink the same water, and they just surf a little bit and they drink the same water. I saw that and I was thinking, okay, these kids are being naughty. They just kids maybe back. And I check and I see that even the old people, everybody was drinking that water, same water. And I asked them, what's going on over here? And they say, and the other one, they tell me that this government was supposed to bring water, was supposed to bring toilets and blah, blah, blah. And that guy took the money. That guy took the money. The guy who's supposed to represent them, he took the money. He buy a big Mercedes, he buy a big house for himself and his own family and stuff like that. But the people don't have the toilets and don't have the water. And when I showed this guy the evidence, let me tell you what this guy said to me. You know what that guy said? That guy did not jigga with me and try to go around and say, you know what he said? He said to me, young man, I was still a young man probably at that time. It was probably about maybe 10 years or so, maybe 8-10 years ago. Okay? So he said to me, young man, you need to go and find another job, or you need to go and do something else, because the job that you're doing is very dangerous for you. But also, other than that, there's nothing I cannot do. So see, this guy set me down, you understand? And he told me that I did take the money. So he admitted he took the money. He admitted he took the money. It wasn't due to him, but he took it. And he said to me that it's because he's got too much debts that he has to pay, and his lifestyle demands him to have lots of millions of money to pay 1, 2, 3, whatever. And he said to me that even if it was even he said to me that even if it was me, I was going to take the money. If I was him in his position, I was going to take the money the same way and not build the toilets and stuff like that. He say I was gonna do the same thing if I was in his position, because he cannot be able to do that because the people that he work with, they do not want him to do it. He say him is just a councillor, or he say the councillor is a mayor or whatever he was, that guy. But he said the people who is senior people, they do not want him to do that, because if he's going to do that, then he's going to use the money that is supposed to be diverted to other comrades. Now he takes the money that was supposed to go to comrades, he built toilets with the money. And that's not what comrades wants. According to him, it's like, hey, comrade, they're gonna put me in trouble if I don't give them the money and we eat the money together. They're going to have trouble with me. So the only option I could have is to do what I'm supposed to do, you know. And I did not have anything. I did not even know what to say to this guy, but you know, he just admitted he took the money, and he told me there's nothing that can happen about it. You know, he sets me down, this guy, and he told me, no, there's nothing can happen, my man. Even the police, they cannot do nothing about it. Nobody can do nothing about it. I became very demotivated in my job that day. I was no ways. I was like, nah, I don't know what this is and I don't know how it works. So I don't know if I'm gonna do this again. Yes. Last time I got a whole lot of people. Topic for another day. Let me leave this one aside. But this was just an example that I want to call on the young people. Young people, African young people, and particularly South Africa young people, because again, remember where the source is. Where the source is. Because young South Africans now have a mandate to the world. They've been given responsibility by the source. Okay? Now I want to call on the young people and I ask them that, are you okay with watching the things as they happen, the way that they're happening, and how this country is being run? Are you happy with that? You are happy to speak about the things that you know that they true and they honest and they fair, you need to talk about, and they justified, but you want to talk about them by the corner store there. You don't want to talk about them where the people, they can be able to engage and be able to say, guys, let's be able to review what we are doing, because it's not according to the source. It's not according to the source. Also, it's got lots of backwardness if we're trusting these people. Imagine if we're trusting these people in terms of running of our lives. Clearly, you can't trust them. Imagine having to put your life in the hands of Mbalula. I'm not being personal about this, but I'm trying to give you an idea of, look at the type of characters of the people that you say they are the leaders of your society. Look at them. Look at them very well. Okay? Look at them. What type of people are this? Have a look at them and ask yourself if these are the people that you can trust, that they can represent, and they've got some sense of consciousness and awareness in their head that they can be able to handle things with care. The things that they don't even know. Okay? I'm not talking about handle their own things. I'm talking about handling things of the world and handling things of the community and the society, because things of the community and the society, they are not our things. They are the things of the people. I'm saying. So we need to treat them with reverence and respect. Singazenzeli sekuyazenzela phela manje lamzazi yazenzela nje. If you're like an influential politician or something, yazenzela nje. I was listening to the news some other time. They were speaking there. They were speaking, the politician, this was around the deals, around how the government of the unity deals were going on. I was listening to how these guys were discussing the letters that they were exchanged back and forth, They say, I sent him a letter, then I told him to take that ministry, then I told him to take this, and they say, no, don't take this, we'll give you this. No, don't take that, we'll give you that. No, don't take that, we'll give you the other one. No, don't take that minister, I'll give you the other minister. No, I told you to give me what give. Those things of giving each other things, giving me, giving this and that was going on between ANC and DA, those things are mind-boggling. I'm giving you this. No, I don't give you this, I give you this. What's up? Kanti sekuyaphiwana kuphiwana izinto kuphiwana kuphiwana give you this. Isn't it these things? It's the government of the people. Isn't it supposed to be the people that say I'm giving you this, I'm giving this? No, it's not supposed to be the people writing letters to each other say, hey, I give you this, I give you this. I ikariki video game momzansi. It's crazy. It's crazy. You don't know exactly what the future holds, and we see things from different perspectives. We see things from different perspectives, and we see things differently. But sometimes, sometimes white people, they can have a different idea and perspective from what we see. It's okay. That's fine. But you see, that moment where white people, they act like they're stupid. They act like they don't understand. You know that moment when they act like they don't understand what you're saying? Like they don't understand at all. They don't get what you're saying. That's the moment where you don't know what to do now. That's the moment where you don't know what to do. You understand? When you speak, for example, about, hey, do you realize you have lots of food and other people don't have food? You have tons of food and somebody else is sleeping hungry. Do you know that it's only fair and justified and humane to share the food with somebody else? And they start acting like they don't understand something like that. Isn't that an easy thing to understand, that you got lots of food, you need to share the food? You're not being forced. But you just have to think about it yourself. That you have like tons and tons of food. And when I say tons and tons of food, I'm talking about land, wealth, money, all these things that you've got and other people don't have. Wouldn't it be you proving that at least you are becoming a well-developed human being by knowing that these things are supposed to be shared amongst human beings, because these things belong to the planet and they don't belong to anybody. They belong to the planet. None of the things that are here belong to anybody. So they belong to the planet. Now that makes you a little bit wiser and a developed human if you believe, you start to understand things from that perspective and don't think it's all yours and you want to keep it all to yourself and for yourself. That's not wise.